accelerated breath to start with. We'll inhale for a count of 5 through the nose, and we'll fill up the bottom of the lungs, and then the middle section of the lungs, and then the upper section of the lungs last. And then we'll exhale for the same count of 5. We'll release from the top of the lungs, and then the middle section, and then the bottom section last as you draw your navel towards your spine and squeeze out the breath. We'll work our way up to 10. Swallow to moisten your throat. Exhale the rest of your breath. Inhale through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maintain that breath. Inhaling for 10, going at your own pace, finding length, creating space as you inhale, drawing in the healing energy. Exhale for 10, rooting, releasing, squeezing out the oxygen, drawing the navel in towards the spine. Do at least 5 more rounds like that. Make this your last 2 rounds of 10 count breaths. At the end of that last exhale, come back to your natural, steady breath and just observe. Just notice how you feel. Slowly begin to bring that awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers. And to slowly open your eyes. And as you inhale, reach up, look up, get really long in the middle. And as you exhale, turn your torso to the right. Bring the left hand on the right knee and the right hand on the floor behind you. Inhale as the crown of your head gets pulled to the ceiling, your spine gets long. And then as you exhale, twist a little deeper, maybe pressing down with the right hand on the left leg, maybe drawing that right shoulder to the back a little bit more. Really opening in the middle, side body. See if you can keep the space between the upper hip and the lower rib cage. Of both sides. Try not to shorten on one side. Find the steady breath. Last breath here. And as you inhale, unwind, look up, bring your palms together in the middle, get really long again. Exhale, turn your torso to the left. Bring the right hand down on the left knee, left hand on the floor behind you. Take your time getting there. As you inhale, the sternum draws up, the crown of your head draws up. Everything gets long, like a string is pulling you up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, draw that left shoulder more to the left. Maybe even walk your hands a little more to the left. Maybe even press down with the right hand on the left knee. Last 2 breaths here. This time as you inhale, unwind, reach up, look up, get long. And as you exhale, bring the hands down. Right hand on the block to your right. You're going to lightly touch, not put much weight into it, lightly touch. Turn the left palm up. Inhale, reach up. Get long in the middle, and then as you exhale, gently lean to the right as you slide that floor block out. Still kind of rooting that left hip down. Like pressing into the bottom hand and rooting the left hip down and still reaching over the head with the left hand. Trying to create the space between the bottom of the left rib cage and the top of the iliac crest, that left hip. You can look up. It's a little hard on the blanket. It just kind of makes you engage the core a little more. Two more breaths right here. Make them those 5 and 6 count length breaths. And when you're ready, as you inhale, let the left hand come up, let the right hand come up in the middle. Get super long again, then exhale, bring that left hand down to the floor, the block. I like the block. And then inhale, reach up again with the right hand to kind of lengthen that side body. And then as you exhale, slide over to the left as you reach the right hand over that bottom hand. Just kind of slides out as far as you need. Root that right hip down. Play with looking forward, down, up. Every exhale, feel the space being created between the lower right rib cage and the upper right iliac crest. Two more breaths. And then as you inhale, reach the right hand up, bring the left hand with it. Exhale, hands down. Take your hands behind you and cross your feet with the opposite one in front. So for me, that's the left one in front. Beautiful. If you have the blanket under your hips, you can leave it there, pull it out. Take your left hand to the right knee and kind of hook a grip. You might lift your right knee to catch the grab and then press it down with the right knee so you're creating a stretch along the back of this left shoulder. Then as you inhale, sternum lifts up again. Crown of the head like Geppetto's pulling you up in your Pinocchio, little puppet. And then as you exhale, really draw that right shoulder to the right. Press down with the right knee and maybe even down with the left hand. So So create a stretch across that left shoulder blade. You can look to your right, you can look to your left, wherever you feel a good stretch in your neck. With every exhale, you get a little deeper. With every inhale, you find a little more length, a little more space. Find a steady breath. If it's rapid, it's a little deep, you need to hang out a little bit longer. And then keeping that right knee pressing down, release the right hand, turn the palm up, inhale, reach it up, look up, so you're long in the middle, and then as you exhale, take your left shoulder to the left knee. Oh, and then root that right hip down so you don't dump into it. Keep that connection if you can. Sit bone towards the floor. Feel the stretch across that left shoulder. Press the right knee down. Keep the grip with the left hand. You can look up if that feels good. If you do look up, move your right elbow to the right a little. Allow the crown of your head to reach to the left. Draw the navel towards the spine. Breathe. 2 more breaths. And then rooting that right hip down as you inhale, reach up, let the torso come up, right hand comes down, exhale, turn forward. Ooh, that was deep. Roll out those shoulders. Beautiful. And then gently take your right hand to that left knee. Find that grip. Maybe even lift the knee. And then left hand behind you. As you inhale, draw the sternum up. Crown of the head reaches up. Press down with the left knee. Create that stretch across the right shoulder. And as you exhale, draw the left shoulder to the left. Maybe even press down a bit with that right hand. You can look all the way to the left. You can look to the right. You can look straight ahead. Try to keep a long spine. Find a steady, even breath. And then release the left hand, turn the left palm up, inhale, reach up, look up, so you're long in the middle first, and then as you exhale, slowly take your right shoulder in the direction of the right knee, as you tilt your torso to the right. Play with looking down, feel the stretch across the back of the right scapula, you can look forward, you can look up, just take that left elbow to the left, press that left hip bone down, press that left knee down. Crown of the head goes to the right. Breathe. Find the edge and breathe into it. And then as you inhale, reach that left arm up, let the torso come up. Exhale, release, and turn your torso forward. Beautiful. Ooh, roll out your shoulders. Nice. Then let's bring the blanket out from under. Straighten our left leg. Bend the right knee, pull it in about a handprint away from the inside of the thigh. Kind of pull it back to the sit bone. I'm almost a little to the right of the hip. And then reach up with your right hand, Marichyasana A. Reach forward. Oh, take a moment there because it feels good. See if you can get the shoulder below the knee at all. And then maybe you reach back, one hand or two. There you go. And then as you inhale, kind of back up the torso, get a deeper grip, find a long spine. Flex the left foot, and then as you exhale, take your sternum in the direction of the foot as you fold and draw your navel towards your spine. So you're coming forward with the long spine. Root both sit bones down. The right one's going to lift. And with every exhale, just sink a little deeper. This time do a 5 count inhale and try a 10 count exhale. back it up a little bit, and as you exhale, fold a little deeper. Last breath here. And then nice and slowly, as you inhale, come halfway up. Exhale there, release the grip. Inhale, come all the way up. This time cross the right foot over the left. So you can either have the straight leg or you can bend that bottom leg if you like. Right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of the right leg. So you can either go with the elbow. I like to go deeper, so I just keep working it until I can get the outside of that left armpit, kind of back of the shoulder, to the outside of the right bent. Sometimes I gotta move my gut and my boobs and stuff out of the way. So whatever you gotta do to get there. Still think of inhale, lengthening, like Geppetto's pulling the string up, your spine is long, and then exhale, twist deeper. If you have the bind, you turn your left hand down and sort of feed it through that figure four. If you don't know, biggie. If you do, reach the back hand behind you and see if you can find the fingers of the left hand. And then again, it's sternum up, crown of the head up. So something's pulling your torso long. And then as you exhale, deepen into the twist. Hips facing forward, but drawing that right shoulder back, looking over the right shoulder, but using that left arm to kind of press into the outside of that right leg as well. Really opening your shoulders, your scapula is nice and broad. Steady out the breath. Last 3 breaths right here. If you're bound, slowly release the bind. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, unwind facing your torso forward. Take that right foot all the way to the right. See if you can line up your knees for Gomukhasana. So if you have a hard time with a big space between your knees, you can sit on a block. It'll be more challenging when you forward fold, but you don't have to forward fold either. Maybe just the sit bones come on the block. That's what I do. So you can have your feet close to your hips, or you can have them way out to the sides, whatever works, as long as your knees are sort of lined up, stacked, and if they're not, no biggie deal. And then draw your chest back over your hips. Draw your head back over your shoulders. So I like to imagine someone pushing their finger on my nose to kind of just push the head back a little. Draw the navel towards the spine. Just stay here for a few breaths. Close your eyes. As you inhale, feel the crown of your head reaching up. Feel the space being created between the vertebrae. And as you exhale, just send your breath wherever you feel that tightness or resistance. I feel it in my outside of my hips, my left quad. Last 3 breaths like this. And when you're ready, allow that right arm to come straight up, palm up. And then as you exhale, bend the elbow and pat yourself on the back. See if you can keep the right elbow facing straight up. And then maybe your left hand will gently guide it back. Just don't force your neck down or anything. Chest up, shoulders down, pull in the low ribs, draw back. If you can find the bind, reach out to the side, thumb down. Find the bind, walk your hand up. So again, right elbow up, left elbow down, free range of motion in your neck, spine is long, either stay right here or take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, slow and controlled, come forward any amount. Maybe even just rest your chest on your legs and let your head hang. Last 2 breaths. And then nice and slowly, as you inhale, come up with the long spine. Ooh, exhale, release. Oh, backstroke out those arms. Shrug the shoulders, go both directions. And then come forward, pull the block out. Lean back, uncross the legs, windshield wiper for a moment. Ooh, that feels good. And we'll come back to center, straighten the right leg, bend that left knee, slide the heel back in line with the sit bone or a little to the left. Hand print space at least between the inner thigh. I always put my right hand out and then I reach up and forward and I try to bring kind of like janu, my chest towards the leg. And I see if I can get that left shoulder lower than the knee at all. Then I reach the arm around and then I reach the back hand and I kind of back it up to catch the grip. So as I inhale, I'm like inching up on my own hands. Long spine, and then as I exhale, I fold again, bringing the sternum towards the shin. Long spine, navel towards the spine. Left sit bone's up, pressing firmly into the left foot. You're kind of rooting down with the sit bone, but it's still lifted, at least mine is. Last 2 breaths. And then as you inhale, draw your chest up halfway. Exhale, release. And then cross that left foot over the right. You can bend the bottom leg if you like. Sit bones level. And then I place the left hand behind me first. Draw the chest up and kind of start to rotate a bit as I bring the outside of this right arm to the outside of the left leg. And then I get all my junk out of the way. And I see if I can really crunch up on the back of this right shoulder. That makes it easier for the bind. And then inhale, chest up. Exhale, twist deeper. You can put this right hand down and feed it through the figure 4 if you got it. Left hand comes around. Then once you have the bind, inhale, crown of the head reaches up. Sternum gets long, torso gets long. Exhale, deepen the twist. And then breathe until you find a steady breath. Try to find those 5 and 6 count length inhales and exhales. Last 2 breaths. And slowly release the bind if you have the bind. And as you inhale, unwind, facing forward. Take the right foot to the right as you exhale. Line up your knees for Gomukhasana. You want the block, you can put the block under your sit bones. Kind of nice with the block under the sit bones. And then draw your chest back. Draw your head back. Ooh, I can feel this on the outside of the right hip. Gnarly town. Wow. I've been watching too much Guy Fieri with his Flavor Town. Everything's gnarly town. Dog town. Whew. Chest up, shoulders down. Breathe. Find a little bit more length with every inhale. Visualize the space that you're creating between your vertebrae, even if you're just energetically, even if you're just seeing it. Imagine filling up those discs. Imagine something pulling the crown of your head up. And as you exhale, just see everything kind of hanging, being pulled towards the earth. Last 3 breaths right here. Is that a puppy's head or kitty's head I see? Yeah. So when you're ready, allow that left hand to reach up. And then pat yourself on the back. Oh, I always take a moment right there. I always feel like some sort of on the deltoid, like almost a pinch or some sort of moment that only on this left side too. So always take the extra time if you need it. And then you can use your right hand to kind of pull the left elbow back so that it's more straight up, shoulders down. Breathe, navel towards the spine. Still have that energy of like you're sitting against a wall. So torso back, shoulders back, head over your shoulders. And then if you want to find the bind, you can extend the right arm out to the right, turn the thumb down, reach behind the back. See if you can walk it up your back. This is my tight side. Be mindful of anything that you feel, like I'm noticing the outside of my left deltoid for a moment, so I'm just breathing, not going to go too deep on it. Inhale, lengthen. And if you want, as you exhale, bring your torso forward. If you don't want, that's fine too. Maybe you come a little, maybe you come all the way to just rest your torso on the legs and let your head hang. Tight side, breathe. With every exhale, feel everything kind of sink and settle and relax. Last 2 breaths. And when you're ready, as you inhale, draw the torso up. Exhale, release the arms. Oh. Do those back strokes, big circles, forward, back, whatever it is. And then come forward, pull the block out, come back, unwrap the legs. Windshield wiper. And then let's come to our hands and knees. Do a few rounds of some cat-cow. I always like to start my cat-cow kind of swaying first. I know it's not typical, but I like to start with hip circles and kind of explore the outside, like right there. Oh. Pause where you need a moment, like this part of my hip needs a breath or two. Come forward and then pause. Oh, there's the other spot, needs it. Lean into it, take a moment, breathe. And just explore your edges, notice. Maybe coming forward for your wrist or sideways for your wrist. And then when you're ready, come to your tabletop, find your cat-cow. Inhaling into cow with hands under shoulders, knees under hips, Kind of drawing the drawing the sternum up as the shoulders go down your back, making that exaggerated U, separating the sit bones, like a cow sags its belly. And then coming through tabletop round, chin towards your chest. Feel the space, add a side bend if it feels good. Navel towards the spine, just stretch it out. And then move with your own breath, adding whatever you like. Just do a little cat-cow flow. Inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. Maybe adding a child's pose, hips to heels, forearms come down, elbows last. Inhale, chest comes through, low, back up. And then at the end of your next exhale, whenever you get there, curl your toes, lift your hips, and finalize that exhale in down dog. Hands or shoulders width apart, feet or hips width apart. Pedal out your feet, bend one knee, press the other heel into the earth, vice versa. Maybe even inhale both heels up, exhale, drop them both to the right, bend the right knee, let your hips go to the right. And try to even out the pressure in both hands. And then inhale, both heels up. Exhale, drop both heels to the left. Let your hips go to the left. See if you can press evenly through both hands. And then inhale, both heels up. Exhale, down dog. And then inhale, let that right foot come up. And take a moment here, stretching, reaching, trying to tap the ceiling, letting your head relax. Just take a moment and extension, get really long. Make circles with the ankle, bend the knee, stack the hip. Find a three-legged dog, make circles with that right leg. All the things, just do everything that feels good. Maybe even look under that left armpit, see if you can see that right foot. Say, hey. And inhale, reach the right foot up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left foot comes up. Take a moment in extension. Let your head hang. Press firmly out of your hands. Press your chest towards your thigh. Reach. Get long. Make the circles with the ankle and bend the knees, stack the hips. Make circles with that left leg. Let it hang open in a three-legged dog. Look under that right armpit. Say hi, wave at yourself. And inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it down. Take a breath. And when you're ready, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, come halfway up. Hands on the floor in line with the toes or hands on your shins. Give me a long spine. Exhale, forward fold. And take a moment right here. You can hold your elbows. You can bend your knees. See if you can get the outside edges of your feet parallel. Or even maybe toes in, heels out. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Release your hands to the floor, root into your feet. And as you inhale, come up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Beautiful. And Surya A. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. And then place your hands down under your shoulders, walk your feet back to plank. Hold here. Press your heels back. Press the crown of your head towards the front short side of the mat. Draw your navel towards your spine. Hands or shoulders width apart. Try to have a long board-like body from the crown of your head to your heels. Press out of the floor, don't dump into your shoulders. Draw everything up into the midline. Keep breathing. We could do one of those TikTok things where we take our right hand. What is that? Do you ever watch the TikTok videos? It's like right hand, right shoulder, left hand, left shoulder, right foot up, left foot up. And it's, I don't know, it's a lot. We'll work on it. Woo, it's cord up. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. I'm starting to sweat. 3 more breaths. And then shift slightly forward of your fingertips. And as you exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, chest up for cobra. Curl your toes. Exhale, hips up for down dog. Woo. And then inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, lower the hips. At the end of the exhale, hop your feet forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Root into your feet. Inhale, come up, reach up. Bring your palms together as you look up. Exhale, hands down. Surya A, modified. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Hands down, feet back. Exhale as you lower it down. Inhale, chest through and up for up dog. Exhale, hips up and back for down dog. Inhale, lift that right foot up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, bring both hands to the hips and lift your torso up. Exhale as you root down, trying to line the right knee up over the right heel, pressing the left heel back like it's pushing into the wall. Elbows to the back, chest up, shoulders down. Feel that hip flexor stretch. Draw the navel towards the spine. Keep breathing. And then release your hands. Inhale, reach up. Bring your palms together, and as you exhale, let your torso go to the right, or the top of your torso to the right. Ooh. Press the left hip back. It's hard when you don't hold your hip. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, cactus arms. Woo. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you fold. This time as you inhale, shift your hip back, straighten the right leg. Halfway up to lengthen. You can bring the left heel down and step in the foot if you like, and then exhale, fold over that right foot. Draw the right hip back. This time as you inhale, come up for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is at your halfway point, and then exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, coming halfway up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, halfway up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come halfway up. Then as you exhale, walk your hands to the left. Turn your right toes to the left. Beautiful. Hands under your shoulders. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale as you fold deeper, bending your knees a little. Walking your hands back so they're under your shoulders, letting the head hang. And then as you inhale, come halfway up. Keep your knees bent, bring your hands to your hips. And as you exhale, come all the way up. So what they were talking about on the training was bring your arms into cactus with your elbows a little in front of your hands. And bending your knees and making an arched spine. So inhale, you're arching to chest up. And then as you exhale, you're forward folding with the knees bent and the spine arched until your hands come to the floor. And then you inhale, come halfway up, knees still bent, hands under the shoulders, and then exhale, fold deeper. And just notice how different with the slightly bent knees it feels on the low back and across the sacrum. Like feels more open to me. It goes against all my Iyengar alignment stuff to have bent knees, but it definitely feels different in the hips. Less tension and tightness. And then inhale, come halfway up. Walk your hands over to that left foot. Place that left hand on the right wrist, or place the right hand on the left wrist. And then exhale as you pull your torso towards the left side. Play with bending the left leg and keeping the right leg straight for a few breaths. Notice how that feels across the hips. And then play with this left leg straight and bending the right knee just a bit. Notice with every exhale, opening on the outside of the hip. And then as you inhale, straighten the right leg, straighten the left. Exhale, walk your hands over to that right ankle. Place the left hand on the right ankle, the right hand on top. Or no, sorry, left hand on top of the right wrist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. So feel with both legs straight. And then feel with a slight bend just in the right leg. And then straighten the right leg, bend the left knee a little bit. Take a few breaths here, just feel the difference there. And as you inhale, straighten both legs. And as you exhale, walk your hands back through center. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, walk your hands to the right. Lift the left heel, bring the left knee down. Low lunge on the right side. So kind of slide the back foot back so your right knee is over the right heel and press into the top of the left foot so that the left knee is floating, but it's still active. If you want blocks, you can use blocks. So start, maybe blocks under the shoulders. Right knee over right heel, you're pressing firmly down out of the right foot, all hip flexor. The blocks are just here if you get any low back crunching, so you can kind of press away. Draw the navel towards the spine. Hips, shoulders back over hips, head back over shoulders. Gently set the left knee down. As you inhale, straighten the right leg, flex the foot. Ardha Hanuman, take your chest a little to the right. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Draw that right hip back. You want to put a bend in the knee, you can do that. Last breath here. This time as you inhale, draw the chest up. As you exhale, come forward to lizard. Shimmy the right foot to the right. You can come to hands down or hands on blocks. I'm scooching that left leg back and kind of pressing into the top of the left foot again, floating the knee. Drawing this right knee in kind of close to the right shoulder. Drawing the navel in towards the spine. And then I'm going for a long neck, so crown of the head reaching towards the front of the mat. And then set the left knee down. Turn your right toes to the right. Left forearm down, right hand in the middle of the right thigh. Draw your chest up. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. I like to get a little outer spiral with that right hand. It feels good. Let the left hip drop. And if you want to go a little deeper, you can release the right hand, bend the left leg, reach up and back with the right hand and find the foot. Woo. Breathe through the cramping. Woo. Chest up. As you inhale, exhale, draw the heel towards the sit bone. Wow. Press out of the left forearm, out of the left palm. Breathe until it doesn't suck so bad. Last 2 breaths. And then slowly release that left foot without the snap. Right hand under right shoulder, left under left. Turn your right toes forward. Pick up your left knee. Inhale, take that right foot back. Shake it out. Oh. And either exhale, bring it down, and you can move through a vinyasa. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, hips up. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, that left foot comes up. As you exhale, step it forward. Keep the right heel up. Inhale, both hands up. Ooh. Press that right heel back. Elbows towards the back. Chest up, shoulders down. You can look up, you can look right down the bridge of your nose. Keep the left knee over the left heel so you can get that thigh parallel. Draw the navel towards the spine, press back like the heels into the wall. Breathe. Release your hands, inhale, reach up, look up, bring your palms together. Exhale as you root down to rise up. And then we're going to do a slight twist, hands to the left, torso to the left. Keep pressing back with the right foot. Sink a little lower. Oh. And then inhale, chest up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. Straighten the left leg. Exhale, reach forward. Whew. Step the right foot forward. Bring the left heel down. And then inhale, draw the torso up. Exhale, fold over that left hip. Draw that left hip back. You can have a slight bend in that front left leg if it feels good. See if you can level out the hips. See if you can inhale, come halfway up to the long spine. And then exhale, fold. This time inhale for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale as we fold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale halfway up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale halfway up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, fold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, walk your hands to the right, turn your left toes to the right. Bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, inhale, slowly come all the way up. Woo. Exhale at the top. Take your toes in and your heels out. Take your palms out, clasp them behind your back. And then as you inhale, you kind of arch the spine, chest up, look up. Reach the arms down. Exhale with bent knees, forward fold. Let your heels come out and your toes come in even more. Keep a little bent knee on this one. Let the weight of your torso pull towards the earth. Take the weight out of the heels. Notice how the more you kind of bend your knees, the more it almost opens and widens across the sacrum. For years I was just so worried about straight legs. But I didn't notice how good it feels to bend the knees on the low back. I was just thinking hamstrings, alignment. Let your torso sway a little left and right just to hit all those edges that didn't get released. Time as you inhale, come halfway up. Bring your hands to your hips. Exhale, let them release and slide down your legs to the floor. Beautiful. Turn your toes to the left, walk your hands to the left. And then turn the right knee, heel up, and bring the right knee down. Ooh. Sink into that right hip. So you can press into the top of the right foot and float the right knee. Let the hip sink. You can use blocks if you did before. Bring the chest back over the hips. Oh. This is so hard for me, just the upright. Like I just want to dump my weight into my leg because it's more comfortable, but I guess this is the work, right? Ugh. Last breath. And then set the right knee down, and as you inhale, shift the hip back, straighten the left leg, flex the foot, take your torso to the left, and then as you exhale, forward fold, kind of dragging that left leg back into the hip socket. You can put forearms on blocks. Last 2 breaths. When you're ready, as you inhale, draw the chest up. As you exhale, come forward to lizard, bending the left leg, shimmy the left foot to the left, coming down to forearms, pressing into the top of the right foot if you did that before to float the knee. I like elbows under shoulders, palms down. I still think of the crown of the head reaching to the front short side of the mat. That right leg's like an anchor, kind of holding the balloon down, the left knee's over the left heel. It's not splaying out. And you're just sinking your hips to the earth without letting them touch. And then let that right knee come down. Turn the left toes to the left, a quarter turn. Right forearm down, left hand can go to the middle of the left thigh. And as you inhale, the sternum comes to the front short side of the mat. I let my gaze follow. And then as the exhale, I shift my gaze over the left shoulder as I draw the left shoulder back and kind of outer spiral the middle of this left thigh with my left hand, still pressing out of that right forearm as well. And then if you want to go deeper, you can release the left hand, shift a little forward as you bend the right foot, reach up and back with the left hand, gently, bring the heel towards the sit bone. Whew. Again, you can look down or up. Or both. Keep breathing slow and steady. And when you're ready, gently release that right foot, left hand under left shoulder, right hand under right, turn the left toes forward, pick up the right knee, and inhale, take that left foot back. Shake it out. As you exhale, you can stay here in down dog, or inhale, bring it forward, and move through Vinyasa.
closer together till your thumbs are almost touching. As you inhale, allow the heels to come up. As you exhale, bend the knees, lower the hips, look forward. At the end of the breath, jump your feet to the outside edges of your hands. And then you can put a block under your hips if you like. Bring your palms together. As you inhale, draw your chest up, head back. Exhale, press your palms together. See if you can kind of line up your forearms. Pressing your elbows into your knees. Toes out, heels down, navel towards the spine. Feel your torso hang. Feel your shoulders slide down your back. Feel the pull of the crown of your head to the ceiling. Breathe. If you want to add arms, you can take your left arm, reach it forward, and then slide it to the outside of that, to the inside of the left knee and reach the right arm up. If you want to bind, you turn your thumbs down and wrap all the way around that left leg. See if you can find the bind. If not, stay where you're at. If you do bind, it's chest up, hips down, look over the right shoulders, you kind of squeeze it all in. Release that. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come back to Malasana. Right side. I like to reach forward and then out to the side to make the connection of the knee and the back of the shoulder. And then left arm up. Thumbs up. If you go for the bind, you turn the thumbs down. You reach around the right leg. I lean forward to get the grip. And then you come back, drawing the hip back against the leg. Drawing the left shoulder back, hips down, chest up. Breathe. And then release your arms. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hands at your heart center. Let's play with Malasana, or Balasana, crow pose. Bakasana, hello, one of those. And then lift your hips, hands down, heel toe your feet together. Inhale the heels up. Elbows bend back, knees bend out to the sides into the armpits. And then shift forward. Look forward, and pick up one foot. And then the other as you grip with your hands. Grip with your fingers, bend the knuckles, heels towards your glutes. Straighten out the arms. Broaden across the shoulders. 5 breaths and then come down when you're ready. Nice. And then come to Bakasana, feet together, knees wide. Bring your hands to your feet. Try to open your feet like the pages of a book. Outside edges are the spine. All 10 toenails try to reach out and touch the mat. And then as you inhale again, for A, it's chest up, shoulders down, elbows back. Exhale as you forward fold. Your hips are going to slide back, that's okay. Last 2 breaths. And then as you inhale, come up with a long spine. Ooh, exhale at the top, hands to your knees, slightly bring them together. Extend your legs for paddotanasana. And then walk your hands forward, grab your feet. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, drawing your sternum towards your feet. Exhale, fold. Last 2 breaths. And then release your hands and inhale, reach up, come up. Exhale, lay back, bend your knees. Slide your heels in line with your sit bones. Pull your knees in, give yourself a hug. Rock a little left and right, and then let your knees come to the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, bring your hands down either side of your hips, lift your hips up. Breathe here. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, bring your arms down, hips down. Inhale, knees to chest, hands to knees. Exhale, release, feet to the floor. Inhale, straighten the right legs, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down either side of the hips. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, hands down, hips down. Inhale, knees to chest, hands to knees. Exhale, make circles with your hands on your knees. Release your feet. So you can either do bridge or back bend. You're going to do back bend, hands on either side of the head, elbows facing straight up, fingers spread wide. Feet, hips a little wider than hips width, close to your hips. When you're ready, as you inhale, press into your feet and your hands, lift your hips, and then your head. So you can parallel out your hands while you straighten your arms. Parallel out your feet. Soften the glutes. Keep them engaged. Open the chest. And then chin towards your chest, lower the back of your head down. Come down one vertebrae at a time. Whew. Give your legs a hug. One more back bend. Feet close to the hips, a little wider. Hands either side of the head, above the shoulders. Press into the feet. Inhale, hips up. Oh, torso up. Breathe. Paddotanasana. Once you've done your 5 breaths, chin towards your chest, lower the head down, lower the torso down. Happy baby. Woo. Feet flexed. And then release your feet, take your knees over your hips, arms in cactus. Shins parallel to the floor, feet flexed. Take a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, let your knees go all the way to the right. Come on the outside edge of that right hip. Right hand can anchor down the left knee. And then reach the left hand over the head and then make a circle out to the left as you set it down. Kind of sweeping it out and down into position. 2 breaths. Shift your gaze towards the ceiling. Release the right hand so it's in cactus arms. As you inhale, kind of squeeze the knees together, let the knees come up over the hips. Exhale, pause. Take a moment. Hips are flat, take a nice deep inhale, everything gets long and lined up. Exhale, let your knees go to the left. Come on the very outside edge of that left hip. Right shoulder lifts, that's fine. And then as you inhale, let that right hand kind of reach over the head, out to the right, as you set it down. Last 2 breaths. And shift your gaze towards the ceiling. Release the left hand, and as you inhale, allow the knees to come up over your hips. And as you exhale, pull them in, give yourself a hug. Maybe make circles with your hands on your knees. Go both directions. And then prepare yourself for Shavasana. Lay down. Get comfortable for your Shavasana. Turn on my feet. So lie comfortably. Legs a little wider than your hips. Palms up, or even on the outside pinky edge of your hands. Make sure the inside of your arms is not touching or are not touching the insides of your body. I like to lift each shoulder, lift each foot, get a last little movement out. Maybe even inhale, reach everything up. Exhale, relax. A nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, let everything go. Find stillness. Soften the jaw. Relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. through the nose. And slowly let it out through the mouth. Scan your body and notice the sensations and the feelings, the softness, the peace, the calm. Whenever you're ready, on your next inhale, begin to reach your arms up over your head, get long. Take a few moments here, breathing and stretching, maybe making circles with the wrist or grabbing a forearm, pulling it off to the side and coming back through center, grabbing the opposite forearm, pulling it off to the side. And whenever you're ready, on the next exhale, gently bend your knees and roll over to your favorite side, and then just take one moment in fetal position. Kind of notice as your hips stack and your spine unwinds, your shoulders stack. Just notice the feelings, the sensations that you have or don't have that you did before. And then when you're ready, use your top arm to gently press into the floor and bring your head, chin to your chest first. Lift your head last. Keep your eyes softly closed. Press yourself up to seated, bringing your hands to your heart center. Take a nice deep inhale. And let it all go. And just take a moment for yourself. Thank yourself. Thank yourself for making time for you today, for taking the time to reach out to me. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me, getting me on my mat as well. We'll seal our practice with one round of Om. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to join our voices. May you live life like a lotus at home in the muddy waters. Namaste. Thank you.